All right, let me talk about my main man, Devin the Dream Haney. This is what Devin the Dream Haney posted on his Twitter account. And people on Twitter are just going off on Devin Haney. And I take it that his recent comments don't help, but they just going in on Devin Haney, And I made a video about Devin Haney and him taking his belt a long time ago, man, a long time ago. So I'm going to reiterate it, and I'm going to say it once again, and I'm going to put some things on people's mind about Devin the Dream Haney, okay? I said back then that Devin Haney shouldn't take that belt. It was a no-win situation, but I understand he wanted desperately to become a champ. I understand with that belt comes more money, so I get it. But it wasn't worth what you were going to have to endure in the long run. And I think Devin Haney knew that. He just wanted to be a champ. He just wanted to have his strap. But like I said before, you never should have accepted that belt. If you couldn't win it off nobody, you shouldn't have strapped that around your waist. You knew that, but you chose to do it anyway. Like I said, I'm not really mad, but at the same time, you know you wasn't supposed to do that. You knew this backlash was coming. You knew that they were going to do this to you. You know that these things was going to be said if you accepted this belt this way. You should have left that belt where it was and do not touch it if you can't rip it off the person that it comes from. That's real talk, Devin Haney, because it wasn't worth it in the long run. You don't really need that belt to be anything more than what you are right now. You could still be what you are right now without that belt. You know what I'm saying? Ain't too much change since you got that belt, Devin Haney. I'm just going to be real with you, bro. It ain't too much has changed, So you really didn't need the belt. You wanted the belt, okay? So you shouldn't have accepted it. So you got to accept what come with getting a belt that way. Everybody has got it who has accepted that belt that way. So it's nothing new, bro. You know what I'm saying? You knew it was coming. Now, on the other hand, okay, when it comes to Devin Haney, when we saying he ain't fighting nobody and he a paper champion, it's true. He's all that. He is. But we got to acknowledge both sides of the board. Devin Haney tried to go about it the right way. Okay? You at least got to give that man that credit. He tried to go about it the right way. He did. He did. He didn't just want a handout. You know what I'm saying? He said either give me the belt or fight me. So we got to take that into consideration while we're hammering on Devin Haney. But don't get me wrong, he deserves it. I think he never should have took the belt that way. You know what I'm saying? I never want him to take. I knew this was coming and he had to know it was coming. So I never wanted him to take the belt that way. But at the same time, let's analyze how he got the belt. He got the belt because he challenged somebody to a fight. That's what you're supposed to do in boxing. Now let's blame Devin Haney for accepting that Toys R Us belt. Most of y'all say that belt was emailed to him. Y'all wrong. You know what I'm saying? You said that belt was emailed to him, okay? But fault's got to go on both ends, because at the same time, we can't just dump on him 100% and recognize that he went about it the right way. The outcome wasn't what it's supposed to be, but he went about it the right way, okay? So we're going to have to put what Devin Haney has become and all this criticism, we're going to have to put that on the lap of Mauricio Suleiman, and we're going to also have to put that on the lap of a Vasily Lomachenko, okay? Because Vasily Lomachenko could have fought Devin Haney so he could rightfully have that belt, okay? But he didn't want to fight him. He chose to give up the belt. What makes it ridiculous and a circus act to me is now Lomachenko's talking about fighting Devin Haney. When you could have fought that man in the beginning, if that's how you felt, and if you felt Devin Haney was such a pushover, if you felt that when he became your mandatory, you could have fought him. But don't wait during quarantine and say, yeah, now you want to get it cracking. We could have got it cracking before And therefore, things would have went through the proper channels. Now, nobody knows if Teofimo Lopez is rightfully undisputed or not. Truthfully, he is, because you didn't lose your belt to anybody. You choose to give it away. So as far as I'm concerned, Teofimo Lopez will be undisputed. But when it comes to that technical aspect, you're going to have some pushback. But that goes on the fault of Mauricio Sulaiman and Vasily Lomachenko. And like I said, what makes it look even more silly is the fact that Vasily Lomachenko is now talking about fighting him when you could have fought him for Jump Street, and you could have saved this kid this headache, this embarrassment, this chastisement, and fought him like he originally wanted to do for the belt. To me, that's easy to understand. For the belt. So yeah, I blame Devin Haney for taking the belt. I also blame Vasily Lomachenko for giving up the belt. I also blame Mauricio Sulaiman for making this dumbass rules to give people the leeway to choose what fights they want and what they don't. Okay? Everybody is coupled in the responsibility of Devin Haney having that belt around his waist. What I'm saying is, it's not just Devin Haney. He went about it the right way, but got the wrong results. Okay? He went about it the right way, but got the wrong results. Okay? Lomachenko could have fought him, but he chose not to fight him. He chose to take franchise champion. All right? So that left Devin Haney was like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? I either take this belt or I don't. I can't really blame him for taking it. I don't think he should have taken it. You know what I'm saying? But he wanted to take it. But nonetheless, the kid went through the proper channels and did what he was supposed to do to be able to get in a position to challenge for that belt. And he challenged for the belt. The person who was holding the belt decided to give the belt to him instead of fight him. You know what I'm saying? Even though further down the line, now he's talking about fighting the same guy he gave his belt to. We got to hold everybody responsible. If Devin Haney is a clown for accepting that belt, Vasily Lomachenko is a clown for giving up the belt. Mauricio Sulaiman is a clown for allowing leeway for these two not to fight. Okay? It's a clown act, but it's not just coupled by Devin Haney alone, because the man did the right thing. Okay? He just got the wrong outcome. And that's because the belt holder did not want to fight his mandatory, which was Devin Haney. Okay? So while he told a man to go get a belt to fight him, he gave up a belt not to fight somebody. I don't know how many times I got to keep bringing that up. But yeah, Devin Haney deserves shit. He does. But the person who gave up the belt to not fight a Devin Haney, that easy work, also deserves shit. Mauricio Sulaiman also deserves shit. But that dumping on Devin Haney 100 miles an hour, y'all ain't spreading that shit out evenly. You know what I'm saying? I look at things very clear. I put things in their proper perspective. And Devin Haney went about it the right way, the way the WBC rules say that you're supposed to handle it. The WBC decided to come up with some new rules out of the blue to accommodate the belt holder, Vasily Lomachenko, Canelo Alvarez, or whatever. How is that Devin Haney's fault? It is not. It is his fault for accepting the belt. He should have did what Deontay Wilder did, even though Deontay Wilder got those privileges without the title in the first place. Yet it's still, he knew the stigmatism that came with it. So did Devin Haney. So Devin Haney, you knew that this was coming. So just go ahead and take it with a smile on your face, because you knew it when accepting that belt that this shit was coming. I just bring up the fact that what's going on in your position and you having that belt is not entirely your fault. That is a decision made of 3 people, not just one. That's how you come to have that belt, because you could not get that belt alone. Other people had to have say-so, and other people had to put their actions into play in order for Devin Haney to have a belt around his waist, which he did not fight a champion to have. But then again, that's just my thoughts. Bruce Vane, I'm out.